I haven't been making a lot of videos on YouTube, obviously. So I'm going to be trying to post every Sunday from here on out, like for the rest of the year. I'm going to make that a goal and hopefully it works out. But I have a lot of ideas. So hopefully it goes smoothly because it doesn't have to be that hard. Producing content doesn't have to be that hard, but I keep like psyching myself out in a way. In any case, I have a few updates and a few favorites, so let's get right into it. There's a gallery show that I'm a part of. I curated this show, and there's 4 artists, and it's at a gallery called Gallery Umiko in Atwater Village. There's 4 artists there. There's a photographer named William Campbell. He's got fantastic travel photos and I really like his layout. And then there's Lisa Van Wyk, who's a visual artist. So she has some of her tufted work there. It's beautiful and it's so cool to see it in real life because I don't feel like the photographs capture it that well. But once you're there in real life, you can see the separation of color, and she uses multiple colors within every color. Seeing in real life, it's like a textural delight. And then there's Cale Tyson, who is a musician primarily, but then he in the last year started doing ceramics, so there's some of his work up. And then I showed some of my photography work, which took me a long time to select because I wanted to frame it kind of unconventionally because Umiko is also a framing house in the front. So I used to go there, I still do go there to get things framed, but I used to go there and pick out and design a frame around my artwork, right? So like this frame right here was done there at Gallery Umiko. The last time that I was there, I was like, well, you know what? I'm just gonna bring in this like small little like postcard thing that my friend drew, which she was gonna throw away. And I loved it, so I kept it and I gave it to the owner, Danny. I was like, hey, just do whatever you want with it. It's just this little thing. He pulled a color from that card and put it on this big piece or matting and then just like off-centered the card and just did it in a way that I would never have thought to frame a photo. So I thought that was really interesting. So I wanted to try different ways of framing. So I painted a bunch of these mats and I ended up choosing 2 for 2 of the photos. It brings things together, but it makes it feel like it's 2 different moods in a way. So that's how I framed the stuff. And I was really excited about that. So if you're in Atwater, if you're in LA, stop by Umiko and check out the work that's hung up right now. It's on display until September 1st. It might be extended a little bit, but yeah, I'm really excited about it. And it's free entry and everything too. The pieces are for sale if you guys are interested. I made mine very accessible, so if you're interested, check it out. Message me, message Umiko. I was featured on a podcast called Ongoingness. It felt like so long ago that we recorded that, but it just came out a couple days ago, so I'll link that in the description as well. It's on Spotify. On that podcast we talked about many things, and one of them being boredom and how I'm never really bored now, but I think it's because I was so bored when I was younger, doing the things that I didn't really want to do. So now that I'm older, I'm able to spend my time doing the things I want to do, and how that like kind of reflects the things that I produce or things that I consume. If you listen to podcasts, give this one a listen and let me know your thoughts. Last week I did a market called Mayumi Market, and it was I think around 40 vendors. It was so fun and I didn't know what to expect, but close to 2,000 people showed up. It was so awesome. And a lot of people came up to me and they're like, hey, I watch your YouTube channel. So if you're watching this, then hi. But yeah, it was such a fun event. And I spent the entire week before building out a diorama. I wanted it to look like, you know, like a science fair from when you're in elementary school or something like that. I wanted it to look like a little kid made it, not with the help of their parents, but like a little kid made it out of a shoebox and used the resources that they have at home. I made a little diorama out of a used box and put all my ceramic pieces in there and kind of just made it like an interactive experience. So a lot of people actually came up and picked up things and looked at things and asked about things, and so many people took photos and videos of it, which I thought was really awesome. And I had so much fun making that display. And just seeing people's reaction when they turn the corner and they see it, they're like, oh, whoa, you know? It was such a fun event. I came out with some new pieces. I've been going to the studio every day. I've always written like lists down of things that I want to make. I'm finally executing everything now that I feel like I have a little bit more time. So I made this. This is on the website right now. It's a sandwich cookie incense holder. So there's a little hole right there that you can stick your incense in. I'm so happy with it and how it turned out and how it feels, and it's just fun to fidget with. I made this a few years ago, but I never really made more than one at a time. This is a Pop-Tart, and for a while there I was making them just like flat with glaze on top, kind of like a coaster. But then I decided to add a little bit of a swoop in between right here so that you can leave your spoon on there and it's a spoon rest. If you've been following along all year, I've been doing a giveaway at the beginning of every month on a one-off item that I've made in ceramics. So this is it. So this is a little jewelry box. I would use it personally as a salt box. So this is, yeah, a little box. It's a little bit off the ground like that, so you can put it on a countertop. You can use that as jewelry, but yeah, as I said, I'd use it for salt. But yeah, it's just a little chamber, little top, it goes right on top. You know what? The reason why I painted it like this was because I was watching a lot of Michel Gondry and the White Stripes and listening to the White Stripes during that time, so that's why I chose these colors. So if you want to win this jewelry box thing, go to this Instagram post. I'll link it in the description as well. But just comment with your favorite furniture item or favorite detail of the diorama. And I'll pick a winner in like 3 days. Let's talk about favorite ceramics. So there's a woman named Joy who goes to the studio that I go to. And she's so like fun and just like such a cool human being. She posted a photo of the shelf. I think it was at her dad's house, I'm not really sure, but it's just of all these ceramics that she made ages ago, and this was one of them. So I asked her to make one again because it's so cute. Look at it. I just love it as like a little tchotchke, I guess. I don't even know if she's gonna make more, but I love this and it's up there on my favorite ceramics. I'm trying to do like once a month, every month, post a bunch of ceramics that I like from artists that I love on my ceramics Instagram. I want to do it every month, but I don't really acquire that many ceramics every month, so I gotta figure out a way to do it. But this is definitely going on that list. On that favorite ceramics list that I'm talking about, I mentioned this, which is OK Ceramics, which is my friend Eleanor, who also goes to the studio that I go to. But she made a bunch of these rattles. They are so cute, and they're, I mean, come on, it's a dumpling, it's hilarious. But she also made this Noguchi lamp, which is her dream Noguchi lamp. And then also this thing right here, which is, I guess it's like a ring holder. It's funny because it's 5 fingers and a thumb. My boyfriend really likes this. She gave this to me when we were parked right next to each other at the Mayumi market. And I was just really admiring her stuff. All her things are amazing and fun and whimsical. And yeah, this is so funny. I don't really wear that many rings. I'm starting to. This one is from De La Fuente, who makes the really cute hats. But she came out with a jewelry line, I think pretty recently. And everything on there is so cool. Like, this is how I would want to wear jewelry. It's so elegant, but for someone who works with their hands all the time like me, it doesn't seem too fragile or too precious to wear as you're doing things. So yeah, this is the ring that I love from De La Fuente. There's a bunch of different rings and different colors. But yeah, hopefully this will get me back into wearing rings every day. Back to the ceramics thing, there's this woman, Elena, who has the company called Little Matcha Studio, or Little Match Studio. I get confused with Little Matcha because everyone calls it Little Matcha because she sells a lot of matcha related things, but it's Little Match Studio. And she makes matcha bowls and a bunch of different things, and she's someone who used to work full-time like in an office in the fashion world, and then she left and then just started making ceramics, and she has so much discipline. And yeah, I really admire that because through her discipline she's able to crank out so much stuff into so many markets, and like, I don't know, it's just very inspiring. So she gave me this bowl. We actually did a trade. So she got a Zen garden that I made, and I picked out this bowl, which I know it's for matcha, but I've been making this thing called Prick Num Pla, which is like a Thai dish, and this is perfect for it. Actually, I'm Vietnamese, and we have this thing called Nuc Chum, and it's very similar to the Thai Prick Numpla. So I'm gonna mix it in this and like pour it out in little dishes and stuff like that, which is perfect for that. But I also really like matcha, so I'm gonna start making matcha with this. I love the color of it. I think it's so stunning. I've never seen this glaze at her studio, so I have no idea what it is. Maybe it's something that she mixed herself. It's just so beautiful to me. Substack. So I'm subscribed to quite a few newsletters. Like a lot of my friends have been writing newsletters and having people subscribe to it and stuff. And I recently subscribed to one called Bite Size, which is run by this woman named Kate Ludwig. Actually, through her, I've gotten so many little jobs here and there, and I found out about so many different events around town, and yeah, her writing is just great. The voice that she writes in is hilarious. I love it. If you live in LA or if you are planning to visit LA, definitely subscribe to her Substack. It's so well done and so well thought out, and I love the voice that she writes in. Again, it's called Bite Sized. She recommends a lot of restaurants and little events and gallery shows and stuff. So I got these earrings pretty recently from this brand called Allison Liu, and it's a kind of like expensive jewelry brand, but she came out with this line that's like a lot less expensive. So I got these earrings, and at first I was just like, I don't know if it like really suits my style, but it's so out of my range that I kind of want to try it out and just start wearing it and see how it goes. But since I got it, I've been wearing it so much. Like, I just DJ'd a Barbie themed party. I wore this with a bunch of clips and like a hot pink dress, and it was so fun. And I've just been wearing this, like if I'm wearing an all black outfit, I'll put this on. If I have my hair up, I'll put this on. And it reminds me of, I mean, obviously like costume jewelry and like Barbie and stuff, but it also reminds me of Gem and the Holograms, because in that show, she touches her earrings and then she transforms almost like Sailor Moon in a way. But yeah, it looks like this, and it's like a button like that too, and I just think it's super fun. On the subject of Barbie, I've been hit with a ton of Barbie related PR and obviously marketing and all that stuff. Ulta sent a gift box of a bunch of things from their like Ulta collection and stuff, and this was in there, and this is a Tangle Teezer. I've never actually used Tangle Teezer before. So when I got this, I was just like, oh my gosh, this is so cute. It looks like a Barbie brush, you know? But this is just their classic brush design. I mean, they make like another one that's like a palm size, but this is their other one that they've been making for a while, but they made a hot pink in collaboration with Barbie. So I started using this. Holy cow, it's fantastic. And it's so comfortable on your scalp too, because these are kind of soft. I mean, they're firm, but they offer like a little bit of massage. And I'm someone who, for years and years, I've been using the Mason Pearson, which is like crazy expensive, but I really like it because even if you have like dirty hair, you can brush everything out and it looks clean and nice, and it distributes everything, like all the oil and everything well. I've been using this for years and I hardly ever deviate, but the only time that I do would be to use the Sheila Stotts brush like right before I wash my hair, to like comb everything out and detangle everything. But since getting this, which is way less expensive, I haven't been using these as much, and I mean, these are quite the investment. So it's affordable, it's easy to clean, it works so well, it's a great scalp massager, and even my boyfriend can use it and it won't hurt his scalp, you know? So yeah, I haven't been reaching for these at all. I've only been using this. It's almost like a tenth of the price of the other brushes, so it's pretty fantastic. For blush, I've been using this one, which is a combination blush and bronzer. It's from Benefit. It's called Starla. It's very much like a bronzer, but with a little bit of red and a little bit of like a gold fleck to it, or gold shift. I just think it's stunning, and it makes me look tan and healthy, and I'll even use an eyeshadow brush and brush it on my eyelids, and it makes everything look more dimensional. I just think it's stunning. I remember when I was younger, I used to have another Benefit blush. I think it's like the peach one, and it came with a little brush, and they've changed their packaging a little bit throughout the years, but now it doesn't come with a brush anymore, but it still has a mirror, it's still in a box, it's still stackable. I just completely forgot about Benefit and the quality of their blushes. Yeah, this one's great. You swim. So I got this swimsuit, which is super, super comfy. It's a one piece. I've been wearing this a ton. I have to disclose this is my second one because the first one that I got, I wore it to an Airbnb, and the pool guy just came and dumped a bunch of like chlorine in the water, and when I jumped in, my swimsuit like faded. So they sent me another one, and I really like this color. Actually, Maddie was in that same pool wearing also a U Swim swimsuit, and nothing happened to her swimsuit. So maybe it's this color, but I'm gonna be really careful with this. This material is super comfy and stretchy. It feels like a hug. I really like having this type of swimsuit around because if I had visitors, then this fits multiple sizes, so I can like lend this out to my sister or a friend or whatever. And for the most part, it'll fit a lot of body types. Last thing I have here, they're kind of dingy right now because I just got clay dust all over them, but these are huaraches. If you live in LA, you can find them pretty easily. They are my summer shoe. I love wearing them because they're so comfy and they're pretty affordable. I think I got them for $30. And there's a lot of brands that make them right now. I guess like Nisolo and a couple other brands that sell them that are a lot more expensive. They can be pretty expensive online, but if you are in LA and you can go to like Alvera Street or like just like a local market, you can find it pretty easily. And I got a men's pair, so it's a little bit more masculine in that it covers more of the foot, and there's a seam around here or like a fold around here, and there's just more material in general, and it's just super comfy. I'm sorry that it's so dirty right now, but yeah, I just wear it all the time. It makes me feel like I'm walking around barefoot. It's completely breathable. You can wear it to the beach and like just empty it out of sand like really quickly. So yeah, it's a great summer shoe. Those are my favorites for the month of July. If you guys have any questions at all, please leave a comment down below. If you want to enter this giveaway, I'll leave all the info in the description as well. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye.